on the same night as Lara Wood. There's 3 big fights, of course, but this one, Bournemouth, open-air stadium. It's Chris Billam-Smith's hometown, and he's taken on his old mate from the same gym, who he's moved on now, of course, Lawrence Okolie. What happens in this one, Anthony?
For me, this is a fight I absolutely did not see coming, because obviously Chris Billam-Smith, Lawrence Okolie, they've done a lot of rounds together, and I think you've heard since. It is a big problem is catching Lawrence Okolie clean, and I just think it's so intriguing because I rate Shane McGuigan as a trainer massively, and something just tells me he wouldn't have took this fight. He's not taking this fight for a payday. For Billam-Smith, for himself, I don't believe. I believe he's seen something in that sparring, or since in the last fight where I think the improvements Chris Billam-Smith's making all the time, which are huge, we can exploit them. Do I believe Lawrence is getting tired at the weight? Was with him a few days before in Manchester. Yeah, he's a big cruiserweight. He's a big cruiserweight. Listen, that said, I think you've got to make Lawrence a favourite. I think you've got to make Lawrence a favourite, and the power he carries, you won't be surprised at the distance, but it'd be more likely points. But it's Chris Billam is improving all the time, and I think both carry very heavy hands. And Chris Billam-Smith that night, that crowd is going to play a huge part. As in, like, if he lets that get behind him, Tony Bellew-esque in Everton that night. I don't mean when he put him over, where I think Tony will say he got caught up in it a little bit, got a little bit too greedy too early. But you can't. He's got to have respect for the power that Okolie carries early on, and I believe he certainly will. And that's why I'm saying with Shane McGuigan, he's a great tactician, and that's why I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if they do pull off. It'd still be a big upset. The settings are perfect. But obviously, listen, for a while now, I think Okolie's been seen as a #1 heavyweight in the world, so it would be silly to go against him. But I think this fight is going to be a lot more competitive and a lot harder to call than a lot of people think.